He's been breaking for 10 years straight. So you
Two hobbies now.
he's here
I've
to
got some
stay.
really weird emotions.
The energy's a thriller, and the cards are always killer. Cheap fun breaks is the big league way.
For me, it's pretty simple. I take them out of the black boxes, but I save the black boxes, and I just put them in a graded sleeve bag. They actually make bags for one touches. Those would probably work better. And then I put them in one. I put them in one of these, the super monster boxes. And that's it, really. I don't do anything else. Yeah, if it's going to be a week and a half, you could call him too and, ask him if he can order some if he doesn't have any. All right, guys, here we go. Bayron Laura, that's a nice card. Bayron Laura refractor. Something. And Thomas Dillard. We ended on a Thomas Dillard auto, so I like it about as much now as I did then. We're definitely going to go left hand first next time, because that was like second pack auto or something like that. Third pack auto. No, nothing in the regular packs. I mean, there's some nice cards. You could get a Dominguez, but no parallels. Nothing like that. Yeah, you're probably going to be waiting a while for that Griffey Shore. I think the last card I got was 82. I think I got 82 in the mail. So Griffey Shore is going to be a while. I haven't found any this year. I found them before, but not this year. No, you definitely didn't find 12 of these in Walmart. They're a Target exclusive. Megas won't be in Walmart. You probably found like blasters or something like that. Ah, that's good. That's good. Ashby, Atomic. Oh, well, that makes more sense, yeah. Atomic Talent Pipeline, 150. Yeah. There's a Dominguez insert. All right, that was a very boring box with its Thomas Dillard auto in its third pack. Ugh. That was horrible. All right, we're gonna do better. And left. Yeah, actually, sometimes. This part of the wrapper can actually cut you. It's really bad when it happens too, because it's gonna be that thin ass paper. Oh my gosh, it hurts so much. And then it'll be on the tip of your fingers, and you got to keep using them, you know. Oh man. Rollison. Jake would know. Which thread, Jack? That's pretty cool. Mojo base sets. I mean, half that price is your, your Dominguez and your Wander Franco purple paper, your Dominguez and your Bobby Witt. That's about half of it, but still. Bryson Stott. So not the next pack, but the pack after that should have the auto. Isn't that weird? This one. We'll put it on the bottom. It might not be true. That's probably where it is, though. That's probably where it is. Blake Snell. Gold paper. And this should be the auto. Hot bag video. Joe Ryan. Blue looks good in blue. Looks good in blue. Kellenick. I don't really want to talk to you about that. Mr. I pulled a blue Jason in my second pack. Kick rocks, buddy. See, that's not supposed to be there. Cardenas. They do this weird thing this year with these mixed cases. So that's great. Ronaldo Hernandez to 100. No, to 50. I was close. I knew what I meant. Said something else, not sure why. Zach Thompson, purple paper. Tristan Lutz, gold refractor. Sorry, man. I put up like 8 breaks tonight, and I put them up at like 10:30. But they still sold out pretty fast. I don't know how long they lasted, but when I went back and looked, they were gone. I think no season will adversely affect prices. I do. I just think that as the nation cases start going up, and states refuse to close down. Let's see, it sold out at midnight, and the first sale was at 11:17. So it sold out in an hour, just under an hour. About 50 minutes it was open, but there were 8 of them, and 50 minutes is a long time. OnlyTops.com. Yeah, OnlyTops.com. Glaber. Well, it was, like I said, 11:17 to 12:05 my time. I mean, you could have got them in there. Well, they're selling it, I think, next week. And then when it ships, I don't know. I have a feeling it's got to be ready already. So it'll probably ship pretty fast. I hope. Andrew Vaughn. part of me expects them to make a lot of Sapphire, but then again, they're guaranteeing an auto per box, so that's a lot of autos. Now I don't know what to do because I don't know which box it is. Ah, I know. It was pretty early. It was in the first 4 packs. So I'm going to put the first 4 packs on the bottom of both. And then I still want to go this way. There. I have no idea if that worked, but hopefully it's in the bottom half somewhere. Watch first pack auto. Hopefully it's in the bottom somewhere. I don't know. I've opened 3 boxes and the auto's been in a different place every single time, so. Jared Kelenic. Varland Super Factory. Zach Thompson. Well, I don't pull out every Dominguez, just the Chrome. Paolini, refractor auto. All right, so last time it was that card right there, I think. I'm just going to go this way. And hopefully the auto's not in these 4 packs. They probably will be, though. As far as starting prices, you guys got to think. They've raised their prices every time, right? The prices have kept going up. So the lowest price it's ever been was $30 for Bowman Draft. But Bowman Draft had no autos, right? And that was $30. And now to buy those boxes, it's $300, right? The cheapest it's been with an auto was Topps Chrome. It was right there. Look at that. Another yellow Bobby Witt. Damn, I'm having a Bobby Witt day. That's a great hit. That's my 3rd Bobby Witt yellow. Okay, so back to what I was saying. The cheapest it's been with an auto was Topps Chrome Sapphire. And that was $50 a box, right? So you got to figure that they saw those boxes go from 50 to 600, right? And Bowman is actually more popular than Topps Chrome. So if the Topps Chrome boxes went to 600 with a base auto worth $1,000 in Tatis, what are Bowman Sapphire going to do with a base auto of Dominguez worth X amount of money, right? Now, most of your boxes are going to have Yamamoto autos or the equivalent, right? I mean, we all know that. It's the same thing with Topps Chrome. Most boxes have, $5, $10 autos. So I think that Topps is going to start these boxes at a minimum of $100. That's my guess. A minimum $100. And I think that they will immediately go to $300 on the secondary market. And I think that there will be a day when a $500 box will be considered cheap. That's my opinion. It's based on nothing but my experience in Sapphire over the last, 5 years. So take it with a grain of salt. You don't have to believe a word I said. I don't care. But the only thing that would change what I said is if Dominguez does not have autos. If Dominguez does not have autos, that changes everything. No, they sent out an email and said that they were coming next week. That's all the information we have. We've got a photo of the box, and it says 1 auto. So, but I think that if Dominguez is in Mega, and he is, then he's certainly in Sapphire. But that's me guessing, but I think I'm probably right. I've already told I've already told Blowout that, I would like 1,000 boxes if they could get them for me. So they said there's no way they can get that many, but that doesn't mean they can't. People are going to sell to them immediately. Like, people are going to buy the boxes and immediately sell them to Blowout, right? So they're going to have a lot of boxes. They told me they'd get me 100. What I pay in price depends on what they drop for, but like if a box drops for 50, it usually costs me 100 to buy it from Blowout. So if it drops for 100, I might have to pay $200 a box. But I think $200 a box is a steal. So we'll see. But they said they think they could maybe get me 100. Maybe not right away, but you know, they think they could probably get me 100. So, but that's a secret. Don't tell anybody, because there's no guarantees. Like no price was exchanged because I don't know. They don't know. We don't know. They just know I want them, and I'll certainly pay for them. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah. I've got 8 cases of that coming. I'm thinking about getting some more. The hunt for Phil's auto kind of thing. I think it'd be funny. Well, okay, so boxes produced, it's tough because you don't know if rookies are going to be in there. They haven't said. My instinct says rookie autos will be in there. But it might just be a parallel of the prospect set. So if rookies are in there, I think they can make a whole lot more because Jordan Yamamoto apparently is a machine and will sign forever. That's what I think's going on with that guy. So, I don't know. How many will they make? Well, how many autos could they get signed? Because that's really the only tough part. I mean, obviously it's people that are in this product right here. You've got to figure Dominguez is in it and Bobby Witt and stuff like that. But, is Lewis Robert in it? Is Alvarez in it? Gavin Lux? That changes a lot of things. But if they do put those in there, then they've got the quandary of the Topps Chrome Sapphire not having the first Sapphire rookie. Because the Bowman had a Sapphire rookie. So I don't know if that adversely affects Topps Chrome Sapphire. I think it would. So maybe they don't put it in there. But then again, that means Topps has the foresight to consider that. And Topps does not have the foresight to consider that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Bobby Witt refractor. I think there'll be, as many as there were with Topps Chrome. I think they'll do at least that many. That's my guess. Nice, buddy. I think they'll have limits for everybody, but they've never had a limit on how many times you can buy. So I think there'll be a limit. I think they're going to offer it up to the club because they said they would, and they really need to. So if you're in the club, like I recommended, you can probably get at least 3 boxes. I think, which is not bad. 3 boxes is not bad. If you're not in the club, then it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's hell trying to fight those bots. It really is. But you could still get boxes. I mean, I was able to get first edition boxes. It was a nightmare, but I was able to do it. So we'll see, I guess. The card companies, I don't think, are going to take a big hit. I think this is probably the biggest year the card companies have ever had. I think it's probably bigger than 2018 and 19 put together. I mean, ever. I think this is the biggest year the card companies have ever had as far as just making money hand over fist. Dominguez Chrome. Pete Alonso, sky blue paper. All right, last pack. Hopefully the auto's in here. Patino, base auto. I don't think they're making more cards than the junk era. I mean, not even close. I just think they're making more money than the junk era. Riley Green. I mean, these online exclusives are just, holy cow. I mean, think about the money they're making just on Topps 2020 alone. Just on Project 2020. Or just on the Griffey Shore. I mean, they sold 99,000 cards at $15 to $20 a card. Oh my God. That's insane. Oh yeah, they made money. Yeah. They're gonna have their best year ever. They probably already had their best year ever, and it's not even the end of June. Paredes refractor. Omar Estevez. Groshans. Well, it can raise plenty of flags, but there's definitely, I mean, there's no question that they're making less cards now than they did. I mean, 87 Tops by itself made more cards than everything all the companies are printing put together. Jason Dominguez. The best way, I mean, other than, you know, subscribing on YouTube, is to click the link for the email below my username. I don't know, but it'll be in the thread. Can somebody post the thread for him? You have to be a mod to post a link. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, it got me collecting again. I'm collecting the 2020 project, you know, and I'm even missing cards. So there's like cards I've got to hunt down still. You know, I need card 27 and I need card 40. You know what I mean? I just... Yeah, 87, they... Wow. Whew. Yeah, 89 Upper Deck, they were still making that Griffey forever. Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. They weren't even grading cards in 1987. You know, I mean, they're selling a hell of a lot more cell phones now than they did in 1987 too. I mean, it's the reason for that, they didn't have cell phones in 1987. So yeah, there's more grading going on now than there was when there was no grading. I mean, that's going to be true no matter how you look at it. I don't know. That's the big thing. How do you keep going? There's always going to be another prospect. But there have been years when, you know, the prospect pool was just so small. So I don't know. People said that this year was going to be bad for prospects. And then, you know, Bobby Witt by himself probably still would have been a good prospect. But, oh my gosh, Dominguez coming in. I mean, my dad had a cell phone in 1988, and it was a briefcase. It wasn't even a cell phone, it was a car phone. And it was a briefcase. Yeah, it was. You could go into Costco and buy Fleer, Donruss, and Topps by the case. Thanks, buddy. There's your link right there. That'll tell you what the spots went for in the first post. Yeah, they always do that though. They always hold back the second guy. Well, it's been the second guy for a long time, but it hasn't always been the second guy. Jordan Groshans. All right, and you know what? Cell phone sales are a lot bigger this year than they were then. De La Cruz, purple. Pretty good color. And you know, that one huge name with Bobby Witt. I just would like a Dominguez. Yeah, Pace membership. I remember that. Costco and buy them. I mean, literally, you could take the case, and the cases were huge. They weren't no 12-box cases. I think they were 20-box cases, if I remember right. There were 20 boxes, and the boxes were 36 packs. Right? They weren't 24 packs. So a case was 20 boxes of 36 packs. It was crazy. And you could load them up onto your cart, take them to the checkout window, and pay for them. I remember buying. I was with my dad. I want to say it was like 88 Fleer or something like that. And then trying to find the 89 Fleer because of the Billy Ripken card. Yeah. It was funny. They were in the candy section. Like, you could buy a case of like Snicker bars, and then right next to it was a case of, baseball cards. I don't remember them selling basketball or football, but they probably did. But you could buy direct from Donruss. All you needed was a business license. You could buy Donruss, Leaf, Fleer, Upper Deck. Directly from him. It's funny. Well, I mean, you make a really good point about grading. Grading is exploding, which is a shame because I really hate it. I know Phil loves it, but I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I think grading is such a scam, even more so with the revelations coming out about the grading companies in the last, year or so. I'm just so sick of them. And a lot of your gradings are the same card being graded, 4 or 5 times. So you can't look at it and say, hey, 100,000 cards were graded. Well, it was really only about 40,000 cards because they had to keep grading them until they got the grade they wanted. I mean, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Damon Jones. Till you get the right grader on the right day, I would buy Jumbo 10 days out of 10, given the opportunity. I really regret getting any hobby at all. Here comes your auto. Hey, it's my guy, Aaron Shortridge. And then you got X graders, running scans where they're, trimming cards, or they're getting, multiple black labels from their buddies. It's just terrible. One chrome card. It's just bad. I've done all jumbo breaks before. I should have done it this year. quality control this year is really, really bad. There's a lot of packs with, this pack right here is just loaded with extra cards, and then there's a pack it'll have like 5 cards in it. But look at this one. It's just crammed full of cards. Like, it's supposed to be 10 cards, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards in this one. Encarnacion. And then look at this one. Again, it's supposed to be 10 cards, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like, neither one was right. This one feels like it's got extras. And then look at this one. Look how thin this is. So 1, 2, don't just stand there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's your other cards. That's nuts. See, the reason that grading companies don't want to take a tech approach is exactly the same reason that people are regrading over and over. All right? If you take a tech approach, then a 10 should still be a 10, right? If you send it back in, you're going to get the same grade. You should get the same grade if they're using tech, right? They can't say that it's subjective anymore. A computer's going to grade the borders. And if the borders, are a certain grade, that's the grade you get. If a human looks at the borders, one day it's an 8, one day it's a 9, one day it's a 10, right? But a computer won't do that. So if you give a guy an 8 on a card he knows he could have got a 10 on, he's going to send it back in, right? But if a computer's doing their grading, you're not going to send it back in anymore. How much money do you think they make on regrades every year? You don't even have to come up with a number. What percentage of their money do you think is regrades? I mean, it's got to be half, right? They've got to be making half their money on people sending the same card back in. So do you think they want a computer that would eliminate half of their profit? Now, they wouldn't have to pay as many graders, right? The process would be faster. It'd be streamlined. But they're only grading that one card once, right? So what company wants to give up 50% of their profit? If you can find one, I'm going to show you a company that's not going to be in business. Jackson Rutledge. I mean, the technology's there. Any of the companies could have done it a long time ago. There's a reason they're not going to do it. Nah, you want to know why a third company's not going to swoop in? I can give you 2 reasons that a third company, even with tech grading, won't be able to come in and take the market share. All right, you ready? All right, reason number 1 is because everybody already has graded cards and they want their cards to match, right? They're not going to want to take their black label and send it to another company. They're going to keep it. So they're going to keep using that company that they've always been using, right? They're going to keep using that company. Card collectors want their cards to match. They want everything to be, streamlined. So if they've got PSA, they're going to keep PSA. If they've got BGS, they're going to keep BGS. The only people you could get are new collectors, right? New collectors. Here's the second reason, and it's probably even bigger. PSA's registry. There's people that just collect the grade, no matter what the card looks like, so that they can have the best set in the registry. The people that compete at that are just insane. They got nothing but stupid money, and they're getting into that registry, and now it's a competition, right? It's like a drug. That set registry, the PSA set registry, is the reason that PSA is still in business today, I'm telling you. They've got a ranking of the best sets. So those are your two reasons. Those are your two main reasons. I'm sure there's others. But those are your two main reasons that another company can't come in and take over. Dominguez? All right, guys, 2 boxes to go, and then the good news is we get another hobby immediately after this. It's another hobby. It's because I skipped hobby and went to Jumbo early this morning to get a case in. Yeah, and we've already had the big scandal, and it didn't even cause a wrinkle because people don't care. They don't care. If they've got a PSA 10 Mickey Mantle rookie or a PSA 8 or a PSA 7, they don't care if it was trimmed because PSA says it's a 7, regardless if it used to be a 4.5. They don't care. They do not care. There's multiple people on just the blowout forum alone who you've pointed out and said, hey, man, that card used to be a 5. And then a trimmer got a hold of it, and now it's an 8. And the guy says, I don't care. I don't care. It's an 8 now, Yeah. Giolito. I mean, there's people that don't grade anymore. I stopped grading. I used to run a grading with each one of these big breaks. Sometimes we got good grades, sometimes we got bad grades, but it really had nothing to do with the cards. And the same card might get an 8 one day and a 10 the next. You just never know. But I won't do it anymore. Not after what I've seen. I seen one guy who used to work there get like 40 black labels in a row. You know how many black labels I've gotten in all the years that I've been grading and all the cards I've graded? Nada. Zip, zilch, none, 0. This guy gets 40 in a row, and he says it's because he's got a good eye. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not what you know, it's who you know in the grading. That's all it is. And Gary V's probably got as many graded cards as the next guy. Yeah, I won't do it anymore. But I'm not a blip on their radar, bro. For every card I didn't grade, there was 10 new guys grading. So they don't miss me at all. A black label is a Beckett grade, and it means a 10, 10, 10, 10 across the board. They give you a little black label. And the card sells for, double what a regular Black Label sells for, not what a regular 10 sells for. And a 10 sells for, double or more than what a 9.5 sells for. And the same card can be sent in. It might get a 9.5, it might get a 10, it might get a Black Label, it might get an 8, but it's the same card. And it's always been grading subjective. You get the guy after he, had a bad lunch, or, get the guy wanting to go home. You might get great grades, you might get bad grades, but it's subjective. That's what they've always said. That's why you can send your card back in. You could take a numbered card, right? Take this exact numbered card. What they do is they don't track the number. They could track the number. The technology exists to track the number, but they don't want to. The reason they don't want to is they don't want any proof that same card graded an 8 the day before. They don't want that. I think Gary V is great. Absolutely wonderful for Gary V. I don't think he cares anything about anybody else. Gary V was supposed to go on a radio broadcast with Blake Jameson, or a podcast, or whatever the hell, with Blake Jameson, and then the Project 2020 market tanked, right? So then he starts telling people he doesn't even know what Project 2020 is. He's lying. He's a liar. So, I mean, he's going to have his fans because he's got money. But, Gary V will lie to you if he thinks it saves face. So, I mean, it is what it is. He couldn't just say, hey, I was going to talk about him, but the market crashed and I don't want to look like an idiot. But he's not going to do that, He's going to be like, oh, I haven't even paid any attention to those. I have no idea what those are. But that's not true, because his team was going to do a podcast with Blake Jameson and backed out after the Memorial Day massacre. So that tells you one thing pretty clear about Gary V. One, he'll lie to you, right? And two, he doesn't want to put his name on something that's not exceeding. I get that part. That makes sense. But, he wasn't telling the truth, that's for sure. If they were still going up and he could, throw his name on it and be like, hey, look, these are still going up. I mean, I don't have a problem with the guy at all. I mean, he's definitely brought people into the hobby, But I do know he'll lie. I know that. I mean, I've got graded cards, But I think that the grading companies have done more damage to the vintage market, the real vintage market, than they have helped it. Royce Lewis. All right, guys. So we've got one auto left. One auto left. And I think it's right here. But if not, it's over here. So it's coming any second now. And then, lucky us, we've got another hobby case. Yeah, that's good. All right, here comes the auto. Give me a big Jason Dominguez. Well, it's color. I can't tell. It looks purple. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. It's Genord. What's up? Oh, man, perfect timing. Perfect timing. I just finished the case. So back-to-back Joe Genord. What's up, man? All right, guys. I'm gonna leave this running, but I've got food, so I'm gonna do this recap and eat. But I'm gonna keep this up because I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna do this next case, but I'm gonna eat real quick if that's cool with you guys. Hey, man, you out?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got me some vittles. Kevin Biggio, Shane Baz, Blake Snell, Purple Wander Franco in there. All right, we've got Taylor Trammell, C.J. Abrams, Clark Schmidt, Damon Jones, Jordan Groshans, Dominguez, Bobby Witt, Refractor, D.L. Hall, Orange, Dane Dunning, Zach Thompson, Dominguez, Tristan Lutz, Ronaldo Hernandez, Bryson Stott, Dominguez, and Bayron Laura Refractor. So 4 Dominguez. That's pretty good. We just had a case with 6 last night. And then we've got Purple Genord, Base Genord, Rutledge, Shortridge Purple, Dela Cruz Purple, Estevez Speckle, Patino Base. This Bobby Witt is a monster card. That's huge right there. Bobby Witt to 75. Paulini. Cardenas. Paulini's a refractor. Cardenas base. Joe Ryan blue. And Dillard. So that's just a huge Bobby Witt. But color 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 color. That's not bad. I'll take that. So congrats to the Bobby Witt spot. Saving your video.